Hello, friends, and welcome to the DeTalented Podcast. A very special episode tonight is our 50th episode. We have literally made it to 50. Can't believe it. Wasn't sure if we were going to make it this far when we started or not, but we did. As always, I am here with two of my bestest good buddies, Mr. Jimmy DeTalent and producer Rick. Jimmy, say hi.
Hello, friends.
Producer Rick, you say hi.
Hello, friends.
Man, we are all friendly, man.
We're all friends.
How's it going, fellas?
Great.
Everybody doing good?
Yep.
Having a good week?
Sure.
Good.
Stupid code's back.
Man, it's been going. Man, there has stuff been going around for sure. Everybody's been sick.
Yeah.
I know that's it's just this time of year. Interesting fact is always people. You ever know? You know how people always equate. They'll say, like, don't go outside with a wet head, you'll get sick. Don't go out there without a coat, you'll get sick. Turns out that temperature has nothing to do with whether or not you get sick or not. Now, temperature does have to do with, like, the viruses and things being out there and being able to survive longer and stuff, and then those viruses can infect you. But your immune system and the temperature outside, the whether it's wet outside, are completely unrelated. You can go outside with a wet head in a T-shirt when it's 27 degrees, and that alone will not make you sick. Did you know that?
No, that's a good fact. I like
now
that.
You do, and
I'll put that back. Keep that in my pocket.
Guess what?
Yeah.
Knowing
is half the battle.
It's half the battle.
That's right. That's right.
Man,
the more you know.
The more you know.
The more you know.
The more you know.
Tonight, man, we're going to do something for our 50th episode. We are going to actually finish. We're going to land this little series that we've been doing on cryptids. We're going to end it with a good one. Now, last week, like many other weeks, we got off the rails. And what was supposed to be an episode mainly about the Wang Doodle, and we did talk about the Wang Doodle.
We did.
But the entire first 3/4 of the episode, we talked about the UFC and power slap, and Ricky turned us on to the head-on collision sport. We looked at the arm wrestling thing where they tied each other together and and beat each other.
All good sports.
All good sports, man. Good sports. All of those things were fantastic, but. Today we are going to we're going to get on this thing because I really want to talk about this one because it's another one that's kind of in our area where we're at, and to where we're going to talk about tonight is about I think it's a little longer, but I'm going to say an hour and a half.
Somewhere thereabouts. An
hour and a half, an hour and 45 minutes at the most. And the place that we're talking about is Land Between the Lakes in Kentucky. It's 177,000 acres of woods that lies between Kentucky Lake and Barkley Lake in Kentucky. Mm-hmm. And it turns out that there is a cryptid that lives there that supposedly or evidently or apparently, I don't know which word fits best when we're talking about fact or fiction or folklore or what it is. But this isn't one that just creeps you out. This isn't one that just, this ain't no mountain booger. This is or Bigfoot or anything that you this is one that hunts. And there have been several instances of people who were apparently ravagely unalived by this cryptid known as the LBL, Land Between the Lakes, Dogman. Have you guys heard of the Dogman?
I'd heard of the King's X song, Dogman.
You just said that a minute ago before we started.
And I don't know if it's that about this.
I don't know what's going to be. Now, here's the thing about the Dogman, though. I don't want to say there's two. I think they think they're related or some. I don't know. But the original Dogman is like a thing in Michigan. It's like the Michigan Dogman. Okay. And I don't think, but apparently the Land Between the Lakes, the LBL Dogman, is much more violent, much more of a hunter. And from what I understand from the research that I done or that I did, and believe me, it wasn't a whole lot because that just would go against everything about our show. Sure. We do the research why we do it, but I did look up some stuff, and they think that, I guess the general consensus or one of the most popular hypotheses about the Dogman is that with all of the Native American activity that was in that area, that the Dogman was what did we say? A shaman. A Native American shaman that was violent and that was mean and that was hateful, and that the tribe or his people or whoever it was that got him, they killed him when he was in dog form. Therefore, now he hunts in the Land Between the Lakes area, and he is stuck in this Dogman form. Now there's several stories, but there's one story that kind of stands out. But let me read this real quick. This is one of the accounts. It's called The Handprint. And this is a guy, I don't know what his name is, but this is his account. He said, my grandfather told me about a night in the late 70s near Old Model Town site. Something was huffing outside their cabin, a deep, wet sound, like a horse with a chest cold. I just hear giggling when I say that. The next morning, they found a handprint on the glass of the high mudroom window, nearly 7 feet off the ground. He said it looked like a human hand, but the fingers were too long, and and where the fingertips should have been, there were deep vertical scratches in the glass itself. So this thing now here's the story that we'll kind of land on and probably talk about the most. It was 1982. There was a family of 4, and they were on some kind of, I guess, mini vacation, a camping trip, man. Around here, around this area, if you're Midwest or I don't know, I'm sure it's everywhere, but most people camp, right? Most people do some sort of camping, even the people who don't. Like Jimmy. Jimmy's our perfect example of a city slicker. He's been camping a time or two, right? Not a whole lot, but everybody around here has been camping.
Yeah, I actually spent a lot of time in that area camping.
In Land Between the Lakes.
My father-in-law had on Barkley he had property.
But was you in the LBL or was you just on Barkley?
I was on Barkley. Yeah. It was just outside of Eddyville. We were just right around the bend from the prison.
Around Cuttawaga.
And when you say camping, do you mean in a cabin?
Yes, that is my version of camping. Actually involves room service.
So it's still camping. Oh, so listen, this story though. So these people weren't in a tent; they were in an RV. A family of 4. And they decided to go in this area where there was campsites. They set up their campsite. It was a father, the wife, a teenage son, I think it was a young teenage son, and a little bitty girl. They went, told their families where they were going. They were from somewhere out of town. And the next morning, the police get this call that there's something wrong, something's amiss with this, that somebody had come up on this RV, and the RV was completely savagely destroyed. So the police get there and they start looking around, and they just find this family completely obliterated, in pieces, literally. So they look around, and from what they can tell, they can only count 3 bodies. So they come to conclude that, okay, it's the father, the mother, and the teenage boy. The little girl was unaccounted for. They started looking, and they're like, what could possibly do this? A human being couldn't do this. And they're like, there are no bears. There were no bears at that time in that area. They were at least thought to be long gone by then. And even still, there was no way that a bear could have made the marks that they did this, because apparently on the father's chest there were deep claw marks, and the claw marks were 2 inches apart. So that's super wide gap, right? So not even a bear, unless people were even speculating, well, maybe a grizzly made its way down here, and they're like, there's no way that even a grizzly bear could have done what was done to this family. So they know there's this little girl with them. They know from being in the I don't know. Somehow they know that there's this little girl, but she's gone. So they all start sprinting out to the woods. They're like, we got to find this little girl. She may be alive. She may have ran. She might have got away. Well, to their horror, as they run out in the woods, they look up, and they see pieces of the little girl up in a tree, which that's another thing. They're like, there's nothing around here that would drag something in a tree to eat it, right? That doesn't happen. The only animal actually that they know that does that are like jaguars, and we don't have no jaguars, right? And so they're trying to figure out what would be even strong enough to pull this. Go ahead. What's
or
up?
do we?
Yeah. Well, right.
Or do we?
Right. Well, but even then,
There's one in Spotsville apparently.
But here's the,
Right.
Here's the deal, though. Here's the deal. So they go up there. One of the pieces they find is this little girl's hand, and inside the little girl's hand is this dark brown gray fur that looks like it came from a wolf. But there hasn't been wolves in that area forever. And anybody heard of a wolf climbing a tree? Right. And then they start looking at, and literally in the tree are these big patches of this fur, to where it was, kind of, it got hung up on the tree from this. So here's the story. The cops say they get back to the camp, to the RV, and just about the time they're getting back there, they're all and all of these cops are they're distraught, right? This isn't something that even law enforcement doesn't see things like this. It was horrifying for them. But the story is that when they get there, right about when they get back, this envoy of black vehicles pulls up and men in black suits get out and don't identify themselves. Don't tell them nothing. Pretty much say, hey, we got it from here. You guys need to leave. Don't never tell nobody about what you saw, period. The cops were so distraught that they were like, fine. They left and asked no questions. A couple of the policemen had went to a gas station that was close. And the gas station worker seen them, and she could tell that they were really, really messed up, In fact, she said that one of them got out, and as soon as he got out of his car, he just started throwing up all over the parking lot. And the other was just sitting there staring off into space or whatever. And they told her a little bit, but not a whole bunch. But she simply was like, we know, kind of like it was kind of a known fact that there's something out there, that there's issues out there in this area, and whatever it was. So anyway, I don't know if it was those same two police or whatever, but some of the policemen went back to the scene the next day. They said it looked like nothing had ever happened.
Got scrubbed.
There was nothing. RV was gone.
So
nothing.
wait a second. Did they find the dad, or they didn't?
They
find
found
the dad?
yes.
Okay.
The dad was, his torso was the one that had the big scratches.
Right. So
in it.
they found the dad, they found the mom, the teenage boy, and then the little girl.
Yeah, they found pieces of her because whatever it was had apparently devoured most of her. Okay. And so here's the
was it Jeffrey Epstein?
I don't know. Very possible.
That's a good question.
Goodness. The views expressed in this.
He was getting some beef jerky.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I knew that was coming. No, but so they go back and there's nothing there. But here's the thing about this. There are no police reports. There are no verifiable records of this ever happening.
So this is
word of mouth and what is put off as folklore. But it's another one of those things where there's so many people that tell the story, and it could be. That's the thing about these stories like this. Are they folklore? Are they not? Yeah. It was interesting. I was watching a YouTube video today, kind of about it, and there's an ex-police officer that's been he's a retired cop, and he's been kind of inundated with this story. Like he's been kind of ate up with it. And so he has been for years going there and trying to kind of find evidence of it or whatever. And now here's the thing. People will tell you when you go deep into this area that these people were out where they were camping, but there's a bunch of campsites, but they're all primitive. There's no electric, no water, nothing like that. Right. And nobody's back there anymore. And it's real creepy. And apparently there are abandoned, like at one point they had built all these bunch of brand new buildings. And then after that happened, they just abandoned them. They told everybody, stay away from here. This area is not safe or whatever. There's apparently military stuff back there. And that's another one of the and I'll get to that. That's another one of the kind of the thought processes on this. But this ex-cop though, He's went several times, and he says that one time he went down to the boat ramp. It was it was real foggy. It was dark. He said, I never go anywhere and I'm not packing something to protect myself. He said, but this time he's like, I pulled down on the boat ramp that's right by this area. And I thought, man, I'm just going to get out and go walk down by the water and look at it. And he said he walked down there, and he said, just on a whim, he's like, man, I'm going to play some predator calls. And so he's got an app on his phone where he can play like rabbits in distress, stuff, calls that would get predators to come in. So he played this rabbit. Now, one thing, I don't know if you guys know this, producer Rick probably does. Rabbits make a lot of racket. Mm-hmm. If they're dying or in distress, dude, rabbits will scream, and it's like crazy. Like they make a ton of noise.
They'll chew their own legs off to get out of it.
Yeah, they're wild. So he started playing this rabbit distress, like death scream, and he said it was just like palpable. All of a sudden he could feel something in the woods, and it was like just moving closer. And he said what was crazy about it, it was like 1 minute it would be over here, the next minute it was like it was moving so fast and changing like what angle it was coming in at. And so he said he turned, and when he turned, all he seen was these green glowing eyes. And when he seen the green glowing eyes, he said they weren't like deer eye shines are green. He said, but this thing was like, these eyes were like 7 foot tall. They were like big. And he swears, he said, man, the only reason I made it out of there is because I was so close to my truck. He jumped in his truck, threw it in reverse, jammed up the ramp, and got out of there, whatever. So there's tons of stories, man, of people that have had, interactions or seen this dog man in the Land Between the Lakes area. And what I was going to say is this: the other that thought process with the military is as we all know, Fort Campbell is real close. Is it Fort Campbell or Fort Knox?
Fort Campbell.
Fort Campbell.
Yeah.
Fort Campbell is real close to that area.
Real close to the
to the Land Between the Lakes.
But you know what else it's close to?
It's close to Hopkinsville.
Yeah.
So they say that they think the Dogman could possibly be a military experiment gone wrong, because apparently some of the abandoned buildings or some of the buildings that are out there where nobody knows where they are, that are all grown over and stuff, are little bitty military like buildings, bitty. So what do you think? What do you think about the Dogman? Come on, I've been talking for a long time. What do you think about, what's your thoughts, man?
Oh, seems legit, man. Seems legit. I'm sold. There's a Dogman.
The Dogman.
The LBL. I don't know, man. I'm so in all this. Correct me if I'm wrong. This was the early '80s that this came out.
1982 is when the family was massacred.
So then, how many other reports have there been missing people or slaughtered people down there?
Here's one called The Line of Sight. It's another eyewitness report. I don't have names of the people who do it. This is just stuff kind of that's been put out there. But this testimony says, we were hiking near Energy Lake, which I don't even know what that is, as the sun was dipping below the tree line. I felt that heavy silence, the kind where the birds and insects just stop. I looked up the ridge and saw what I thought was a large man in a gray coat, but then it dropped down. It didn't drop like a person setting. It folded like an animal. It stayed on two legs but hunched over, its eyes reflecting a dull rusted orange. It didn't run away. It just watched us, pacing perfectly with our footsteps until we reached the truck.
So all these stories are so descriptive.
They are.
Where's the account? It's like, man, I saw something and I was scared.
I know, yeah.
I saw something
we see
real
something
big
and we ran.
Yeah. I mean, this was very descriptive. The sun was setting. There was a glistening upon the water. I mean, they're very detailed here.
There was an owl in the background.
I mean, I don't know but so nothing happened in that. So far, the only story we know that's got really bad was the four person family. Or is there more people who went missing or died?
I don't know if it's related. I know there are 2 young teenage girls that went missing in that area and they never found them.
Because the Dogman doesn't seem, I mean, not that family wasn't horrible, that was bad, but like, how vicious is the Dogman? He only, in so far 40 years, there's only been 4 casualties. I
don't know. So here's another one. This guy says, I was driving Highway 68 through the heart of LBL around 2 a.m. Something bolted from the tree line. At first, I thought big deer, but it cleared the entire 2-lane road in 2 literal hops. It stood upright, covered in matted dark fur that looked almost black under the headlights. The most terrifying part wasn't the face, it was the speed. It moved with fluid mechanical precision that no bear or wolf could ever mimic. So there's definitely been sightings.
Yeah.
As far as attacks, I'm not sure. Are you looking up other attacks, Producer Rick?
Yeah, that's what I got pulled up there. Is just basically what's been recently reported.
Recently reported.
Yeah, I said I wanted to know some recent encounters. And basically the same, sounds like Sasquatch.
It does, except that
Booger
everybody,
monster.
yeah, but everybody says it looks like this big dog. That's what's crazy. And then they also say so. I don't know if you know this or not, but that whole area, the land between the lakes, all that, that's one of those projects where people used to live there. There were towns there, and the TVA came in there.
Yeah,
and displaced everybody.
Yeah, and they flooded it out.
Flooded.
As a matter of fact, the place we would swim, you could go down and you could go to the bottom and you could feel pavement.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but they flooded out like a bunch of cemeteries and stuff.
Yep. Yeah, I've got that pulled up too. Cemetery Island. That's where the unknown baby grave is.
Okay.
There's a lot of weird things about that.
I don't know about the unknown baby grave. You asked about that earlier.
Yeah.
Break me in on that. What's that?
So they used to take us down, it's like 6th grade, 1984-ish. We go camping down there, and they say, okay, we're going to walk out to the unknown baby's grave at like midnight.
That was just 2 years after the family of 4.
Yeah.
But they did it to all the Spotsville Elementary School. They probably don't do it anymore, but that was your rite of graduation from 6th grade before you went to junior high school. Was
going to the unmarked baby grave.
The school would take you out there? Was this a school sanctioned event?
Yep, you stayed the weekend.
That was Kentucky school right there.
We're survivors.
Not all of them. Not all of them.
But it's actually if you see there, it's one of the most well-known sites in the area. Is the unknown baby's grave.
So what? Why? Okay, what's the story behind it? It's unknown.
It's unknown. Some baby's grave there that they.
It only becomes visible during the winter pool when the water levels are lowered.
Wow, man.
Most of the visible marker belongs to John Y. Whaley. It contained 28 graves, including those of an infant and a toddler. So when the Kentucky Lake was created in 1944, most graves were relocated, but 5 were left behind. Okay.
Yeah.
So then, so a lot of people were displaced, and then apparently a lot of graves were displaced. They weren't.
So they say there's
exhumed bodies and placed them somewhere else, except for these 5.
So they call it the Tupela theory, which is where those I guess spirits are angry that they got displaced, or whatever. But I don't know that unalived folk. I don't know if folks that have gone on really care about. We make a big deal out of people that are being, buried people, and I know there's an honor and respect to that, to the dead.
Sure.
But I got news for everybody. They don't care. They don't care, man. They're, you know what I mean? They're not in those graves. That's just for us. That's for the living. So I don't know. But man, I know this. I look totally different. I don't know why. Again, I must live under a rock sometimes, because I never knew any of this about Land Between the Lakes. And to me, that's always been a cool, close place to go.
Yeah.
You can see like buffalo and all kind of stuff, bison that are there.
I've been in that area.
Yeah.
And now,
LBL is a reserve now.
Yeah.
They've got the most bison, I think, anywhere.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And then, we go there so we stay at Barkley, and we'll drive through Land Between the Lakes to get to like Patty's and, to restaurants or whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't know no more.
I'm still gonna go fishing down there. It's great.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna go on Barkley. I'm just talking about the middle of the two lakes. That's where all the drama happens in the land between the lakes.
Like I said, I'd spent quite a lot of time down there a few years ago, and I never heard this. I never heard these stories.
But you were down there, and were you in Cuttawa? Is that where you were?
Yeah,
Yeah,
right around that area.
So, yeah, you're. I mean, so that's really, man. But it's not far.
No,
the land between the lakes from Cuttawa is probably 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah, right here's talking about Hotel California,
Yeah.
Cuttawa.
Yep.
All those buried homes are right around there.
Yeah, dude. It's pretty wild, man.
Yeah, and then still on Barkley Lake, you have Eddyville Penitentiary. That's like the most ominous looking thing.
That was like one of the highlights going down there. We'd drive 4-wheelers up on a hill. We could see the prison, and then we'd take boats right by the prison.
Yeah, where I fish, where I put in there on at Hubie's, which is in Cuttawa, where I put in the lake there, man. I shoot out between the jetties and go maybe on the water, maybe a quarter of a mile, and then I'm right there at the prison, man.
Yeah, my Sarah's aunt lives right around the bend from the prison, and that's a scary looking place, man.
But is that a max?
It was.
I think so.
I guess it still is. Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know the.
It reminds me of Shawshank Redemption.
It does.
When I look at it, I'm like,
from the outside.
that's Shawshank.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you look at it, have you ever seen it from the lake?
Yes.
If you look at it from the lake, man, you can see like the towers,
Yeah.
and it's pretty cool. Look,
Yeah.
it's a pretty cool looking place.
You can see the little guardhouses.
Yeah, man.
Where they drive up.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have to drive right by it to get to Sarah's aunt's house.
I don't know what it is about the Midwest, but we got crazy prisons around our area, man. I mean, I guess they do everywhere. San Quentin in California, and they had Alcatraz. But man, here though, so we got the not too far from here is the Mac Daddy prison of all prisons, which at least it used to be, which is Marion.
Yeah, that's where John Gotti was housed.
Yeah, dude, most violent. Supposedly, at one point, at least, it was the most violent prison in the United States. It was the Mac Daddy, Marion prison in Southern Illinois.
Spent a lot of time over in that area too.
I know. Yeah, we have. Yeah. But then not even that, dude. But we got Wabash. Is a crazy little max facility. You know what I mean? Like it's one of the ones where when you drive down that highway, there's signs that say, "Hey,
don't pick up
no hitchhikers around here, y'all.
Yeah.
If you pick up hitchhikers around here, you might be in trouble."
Yep.
And there's like crazy people in that prison, man. Have you ever watch those like? I don't know, like the prison shows, man, where they talk about the ones about Wabash, like the people in that prison. Like I wouldn't want to go there, man. I don't want to go to any, but I definitely wouldn't want to go there.
I'm pretty sure the worst female prison is in Indiana too.
Which one's
and it's
it?
not Pee Wee. I don't think it's Pee Wee. The one out there past Toyota. It's drive straight up 41. You run into the female max, and that's called Pee Wee Valley, I think.
Yeah.
But there's another prison that's even like it's the most.
Michigan City.
I don't know. I'm getting ready to look up for you.
Because Indiana State Prison's crazy too, which is in Michigan City, right? But one of the only federal prisons I don't know, one of the most populous federal prisons is the one in Terre Haute. Like that's where Timothy McVeigh was.
Yeah. So we have a guy that we know went up there. He moved up there. This is a big boy, man. He's probably 6'8", 480 pounds.
You talking about Big B?
Yeah. And he was a security guard up there. And his first day, he was doing a tour of the facility, and he walked by some prisoner, and the prisoner looked up at him and said, "Easily broken."
Does he still work there?
No, I don't think he does. I don't know, but nah, maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not.
He was a big boy too, man. Like that dude said, "Easily broken." So, yeah, there's some bad dudes up there.
Well, like I said, that's the federal prison they put Timothy McVeigh in, who was the Oklahoma City bomber.
Yeah.
That's where they executed him at. Was there. But like I said, just the one I'm talking about before you get to Terre Haute, the what I call it, Wabash County.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I know there was this dude in there. It was on one of those prison shows, and like he was in there because he cannibalized his grandmother. That's next level crazy, man. Yeah. Like that's not normal. That's not a normal, hey, I made some mistakes and went to prison. Like that's some serial killer stuff right there. That's like, he must have seen the Dogman.
He might have.
So Rockville is the
Rockville.
craziest one.
Yeah.
Our max one is in Indy though.
And that's in Park County.
Yeah.
Oh man. 1,200 inmates, although classified as medium security. It houses inmates of all security levels, including those convicted of high-profile violent crimes. It has hysterically held notorious inmates like Sarah Pender, who was once on the U.S. Marshal's 15 most wanted list after escaping the facility. I don't know. Indiana does got some wild prisons, but
They like that income.
yeah, that's right. That federal money, baby. But we were talking about Eddyville, and like I said, I don't know what the level of that prison is. For some reason, I thought it was like medium security.
Producer Rick, look it up.
I'm on it.
Eddyville. That's how they say it down there.
Eddyville?
Eddyville.
It's clearly Eddyville.
It's
But let me tell you, we've got
Eddyville.
tons of
Castle on the Cumberland.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, look, Kentucky's only maximum
Yeah,
security
it is
facility.
It is maximum.
Housing
Opened in
high-risk
1889. That's why it looks so
yeah,
creepy.
that's yeah. Look at that. Look at that picture right there.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's West Virginia's. Never mind. It looked close. It looks like that.
You
though.
failed me.
I did. Look up
Images. Yeah.
Images.
There it is.
Yeah, look, I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
That's a good call, man. It does look like Shawshank.
There it is from the lake.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Look at that, dude. Look at that. That is cool looking. Yeah, I've literally sat right out there in front of that with ripping lips.
Yeah, me too. There's rocks you bounce off of right there in the front.
Yeah,
If those walls could talk.
if these walls could talk, the stories they would tell.
Copper roof. It's cool looking.
Yeah, them old copper roofs.
Don't want to visit.
Don't wear that or turn your finger green.
You just wonder how many of those prisoners like, man, if I could just get to that lake,
Oh, yeah.
I'd be gone.
Yeah, they'd probably survive that, man. That's not like swimming out with the sharks, like the Alcatraz. But they say them Alcatraz, them dudes that do you think they survived? The guys that escaped Alcatraz?
Man, yes, I do.
Think they got loose and lived their lives?
I do think that.
Because it was apparently shark infested. Did you see they caught a great white squirrel moment again? Here I go. they caught a great white off Panama City Beach.
Ooh.
Right,
no, I didn't
off
see
the
that.
beach, like people on the beach fishing,
like
caught a great
fishing
white
off the beach.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So much for wading out into the water.
Yeah.
No more swims
Step
to
into the water.
Cuba.
Note to self.
Note to self. Yeah, that's a big shark.
Yeah.
It was like a 12-foot juvenile, but still.
Can you imagine we swam to Cuba like 18 times in one day
I know. And we were safe, though.
and never saw one great white?
Never saw one great white down there.
Yeah, but they saw us.
They did see us.
They just decided.
They said,
Dude,
"Nah."
I watched a video the other day that showed like a whole bunch of videos that people had, like they were filming while they were scuba diving and never seen it until they watched the video. And like you would see big sharks swim, like just like the silhouettes in the background. And they were like, dude,
We were right there.
We never knew
Had
that
no
was there.
idea.
Yeah.
9 foot, 8.5 inch adolescent.
Oh, was that the
male
one?
great
Yeah.
watching was-
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, no, that's smart. That's
That was
2015.
2015.
This happened AccuWeather Beach Cruisers of Panama City watched it. Was that it?
February 15th, 2026,
Yep,
right there.
That's it, man.
10-foot female.
Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah, 10 foot.
Weighing over 1,000 pounds.
That's big enough to eat us.
Yeah. So how long do you think you could live in the belly of a 1,000-pound great white shark?
Well, I don't think you'd make it past the teeth.
No?
Yeah.
You don't think it could just swallow you whole?
I don't think a 10-foot shark could swallow us whole.
No?
Maybe. I mean, you don't know. I don't know. I've never been in that situation, but I know that's big enough to eat us. But the teeth are what? The teeth are the teeth are the bad part.
That's
man.
what'll get you.
Yeah. And it's one of those things where we're sitting here talking about these cryptids and how like we're scared to death of all this stuff. And like we just said, man, we go swimming, with that. We go swimming with those, man. And we don't think
I'll
nothing
say
of
it. We did.
We did.
We did.
Past tense.
Yeah. I don't know. But so there's a big difference there. with then, because what we were talking about that led us to that was the guys made it. Now was the Alcatraz guys. Did they make it?
Yeah.
You know,
I think they did.
But they were in California waters, man, where there are big white sharks.
Yeah. No, they made it.
And it's like 30-degree water too.
Yeah, it's cold.
It is cold.
Was Alcatraz around San Francisco? Is that
Yes.
the area? Yeah. I'm pretty sure the last fatal bite of a great white shark was around the San Francisco area. It was some lady, and she even had a shark bands on. You know what a shark bands is? It's like one of those like you wear like around your ankle or your wrist, and it's like magnets, and it's supposed to detour sharks. But from what I understand is it works better on small sharks than it does on big. But you know, man, sharks they're just a big sensory organ. You know, like they got the what's it called the something of whatever it is. What's that? What's the thing system they use? I can't remember what it's called.
I don't know.
Yeah, whatever it is. It's all these little pits around their
Something's
their
wrong
face.
with your medulla oblongata.
But it's all these little pores or whatever that they sense everything through, man. Like the magnetism or whatever it is.
So then they're hypersensitive, right?
Yes.
So do you believe the claim that humans are they're mistaken humans for a seal or something like that?
No, I don't believe that.
Okay.
I believe that every bite is intentional. I believe some may be I believe sometimes they're out of hunger, like they want to eat us.
And then the other part is territorial.
I think the rest of them are territorial. Yeah.
After I just read this, I don't think they made it.
You don't think the guys made it?
Nah.
Professional and recreational swimmers regularly challenge themselves with a popularly 1.25 mile from Alcatraz Island to the San Francisco shore, a task often described as one of the hardest in the U.S. due to cold, choppy waters and strong, unpredictable currents. The swim requires significant training, often with professional support and wetsuits.
Yeah.
Or without for seasonal cold water.
You know what I'm going to say, though? They still made it.
It doesn't say anything about sharks, though.
That's just that's the features.
It's just conditional. It's only the conditions that they
But
talk
you know
about.
what those swimmers didn't have?
Daylight.
Well, that will to survive and live and swim to their freedom.
The will for freedom.
That's right.
Yeah. You know, and who knows how, man. Here's the other thing, man. I'll say this about our prisons. Like, all them guys do is work out. All them guys do is get in shape. Like, how often, you know, I guess there are some fat prisoners, some out of shape prisoners, but usually when you see them, like, most prisoners end up jacked. Like, you know, they go in, they end up jacked. I mean, because they sit in a 8x8 cell or whatever it is and do push-ups all day.
So do you think that is because they're bored, or do you think that is for defense and survival?
I think it's both. I think there's nothing else to do. I think literally that keeps them sane. I'll do. And if you ever watched them, man, like we were talking about those prison shows earlier, like, dude, they get creative. Like, they'll roll up their mattresses and put books in them, and they'll do curls and all kind of stuff. And then some of them, you know, aren't in like that. Some of them get to go and they got like gym equipment. Like, we provide gym equipment for the prisoners, you know? So I think some of it is for strength and for conditioning to protect themselves. But I think the other part is that's a way to stay sane in a world where your mind, I mean, think about it, man. I know if I'm stuck at home for too many days in a row, like I'll eventually be like, Lord, we got to get out of this house. You know, I'll go. You'll get cabin fever, man. You stir crazy, man. Can you imagine being stuck in an 8x8 prison cell for 23 hours a day for 40 years or however long?
And then, you know, you're alone with your thoughts and you have time to rethink every decision you made to get you there. How many times did they replay that crime or those crimes that they committed to get themselves in that situation? They probably, wouldn't you think that you would replay that over and over in your mind?
Maybe.
If I had it to do over again, I would do it like
on
this.
The crime. A lot of psychopaths in Alcatraz, though. Like, probably zero empathy, and they're thinking about the next score they're going to do as soon as they escape Alcatraz.
As soon as they, escape.
Well, you know, that's one of the craziest things is the reoffender rate. Like, you'd think, man, if somebody was in prison for years, when they got out, they'd be like, I'm never going back. And there are a few, but most of them are back in the system within like a year, I think. Yeah. If you look at the statistics, it's not very long that they stay out. And now some of it, I do think that there are some people that will tell you, man, they're institutionalized, right? They're like, man, I don't have to worry about my meals. I don't have to worry about rent. They don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah.
You know, it's literally like they get it, you know, it's almost like you get to be a kid again. Like you don't have to worry about nothing. Now you don't get certain life's, you know, pleasures.
3 squares and a cot.
Yeah, that's what they get.
Yeah.
But they get to watch TV. They get, you know, there's some stuff they get, you know, and if you're well behaved in there, you actually get a lot of freedoms, man. Like some of them dudes, man, they live in like those, like the guys are in good behavior. They live like in a big open dorm and they can hang out with their buddies and they play cards and they all got their own little TVs and they all got like, you know, they all got like a job and they make money for their commissary and all that. That's where they learn how to cook all that commissary food. They get cigarettes.
You're starting to make this sound really appealing.
Oh, right.
Well, that's the thing is it's not though. Even still, I think it is, but it is appealing to some people.
Yeah.
Like they stay in on purpose. They'll come out and be like, "This sucks," and so they'll reoffend. So that they can get back in, you know, and then be on good behavior. I don't think it'd be good behavior. I don't think it would be a good experience for those guys though that are in like solitary, you know, or in PC, because a lot of the crimes you commit, like a lot of guys go to prison for crimes that if they get put out in Gen Pop, they'll get unalived, right?
Yeah.
You know, if anybody messes with a kid, or they do something.
That's what I'm saying. Don't send the Dogman to the penitentiary.
Yeah.
He done for.
He is, yeah,
Right.
no doubt, right?
Yeah.
You do something to a kid, man. You're not gonna like. But so then, their prison, if you think of it, is actually worse. They literally get put in a closet, and they are in there 23 hours a day. They get 1 hour out a day. And I think in that hour, now I'm not sure about this, but I think in that 1 hour, they either pretty much choose to like bathe and take a shower or go do, like pretty much go to a dog pen and walk in a circle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Harry Potter survived it.
He did. He lived under the stairs. Little poor guy.
He lived under the stairs.
In a closet.
For the first 12 years of his life.
He was in prison for the first 12 years of his
No,
life.
he lived with an aunt and uncle.
In a closet.
In a closet.
Well, in the cupboard under the stairs.
Hmm.
He had a bed.
Did they let him out?
Yeah, he come out to wait on him and stuff.
Oh.
Pretty much.
Serving time.
And he had all that magic in him and he didn't even know it then.
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Wow.
He was a poet and didn't even know it.
Did he
Could have twinkled his nose and
what did he do with
go.
the magic? Did he ever go back and pay him a visit after that?
He did magic by accident sometimes.
Okay.
And he would be like, what happened? They never knew. But then when he finally found out what he was, like they didn't mess with him much after that.
Okay.
Because they knew.
The tides
Like
changed.
if he got mad, Uncle Vernon would be like,
Did his quality of life improve?
oh, yeah, vastly, I would say.
we should have Rachel on. You guys can just talk. Harry Potter. I have no idea. I know I've seen them. I just don't remember.
I have not seen them.
They're man, it's good.
Yeah.
But now I'm disappointed in those kids that from that cast though. So I don't know. The movies were good. I'm torn on the whole witchcraft thing. Like I'm more kind of like I hate that part of it. But then again, every story, every fairy tale that we watch is good versus evil. You know, that's like, you know, I know people who, I literally know people who won't, because of their religious beliefs, will not watch Harry Potter. They're like, no way, that's witchcraft, it's this. But they'll watch the Marvel movie with Doctor Strange 4 million times, which he's a warlock is what he is. So it's just kind of different standards, you know what I mean? But I don't, you know,
Before Disney was as bad as it is now, they watched probably Disney back then.
Oh yeah.
And, you know, like Cinderella, all those. There's a Wicked Witch, right? Like somebody doing sorcery.
Yeah, man. The Wizard of Oz is all about.
I remember when we were young, there were kids who could not watch the Smurfs.
Because Gargamel
I guess so, yeah.
was like a warlock or whatever.
Mm.
It's one of them things, man.
Yeah.
What about Dumbo? We've already had that discussion.
Yeah. Dumbo.
Oh, Dumbo. No, Pinocchio.
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 Oh, that was
Pinocchio was
yeah,
weird.
that was creepy.
Dumbo eats trips.
Yeah. But all of them, I mean, you think about it, like every fairy tale's got some sort of magic in it. Even if it's not billed as witchcraft, they're all some sort of magic.
Snow White.
Totally.
Cinderella.
All of them.
Peter Pan.
Yep. I mean, what do you think Twinkle Pinkle was? What's her name? What was the little thing's name?
I don't know.
What
I was getting ready to get us out of this. So I was going to be like Castle Grayskull. He-Man was amazing.
But, she put pixie dust or fairy dust or whatever on them, and then they could fly or whatever. It's all magic, man. All of it.
Yeah.
I like
Tinkerbell?
Tinkerbell. That's it, man.
That's it,
man. That's it. I'll tell you what show I liked that was not didn't have magic in it was the Hunger Games, man. The Hunger Games is good, man. That's a good. I want to say trilogy because it is in the books, but it's 4 movies, I think, or 5. I think it's 4. But that's not one. That's one of those ones where it's young people. I don't know, man. Have you seen the movies?
I know I've seen a couple of them.
They're good.
Yeah, dystopian future where everybody's in different.
Yeah, man, they're all in different.
What is it called?
Districts.
Districts. Yeah.
And then, what's her name? Katniss is from District 12, and each district has a certain thing they're responsible for to pretty much supply the people in the capital, which is like the elites.
Right.
It's all, if you think about it, it's all really like political, man. It's that whole movie thing is that whole series is a political thing.
Yeah.
That's what I thought you were going to say. You watched that had no magic in it.
What's that? Oh, rock and wrestling.
Rock and wrestling, baby. Captain Lou Albano.
Who doesn't love some cartoon wrestling?
We talked about this last week, man, when we were talking about Cyndi Lauper.
Yeah.
Look, Captain Lou's he's real prominent out there in the front. That one.
I did like this, but you know what I liked more than this on Saturday was the Memphis.
I love it with good old Lance Russell.
Lance Russell,
man.
I always thought that was here local.
Well,
they did on
They did a lot
Wednesday
of house shows here
at the Coliseum.
Yeah.
I mean, they were here so much. Jerry Lawler had a furniture store here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bill Dundee had something here too.
Did he?
Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't realize that.
Yeah. I forget what it was, man.
Didn't Mike Blake host? Didn't he commentate there in that? Like he had that gold ABC jacket on.
No, you're thinking of Lance Russell, I think.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, man, Lance Russell,
man.
Okay.
Lance Russell was an old school, man, he's old school. But man, a lot of those wrestlers went on to be like WWE superstars, man.
There he is. Lance Russell right there.
With that gold jacket on.
Yeah,
That's
man,
what it
those are the good. Look at that right there. Lance Russell and Jerry Lawler.
Yep.
Well, I mean, Jerry Lawler went on to commentate for the WWE. I mean, he was a big, prominent figure.
The wrestlers that went through the Evansville Coliseum wrestling, which was the Tennessee, it was whatever it was called.
Yeah.
But there was Jerry Lawler,
Mm-hmm.
the Rock and Roll Express, the Road Warriors,
Yeah.
Dutch Mantel, Mankind, which was Mick Foley, and
Undertaker was here.
Undertaker. He was Mean Mark Eaton.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
And even so, there was a picture of Lance Russell with Hulk Hogan there.
When he's a bad boy.
Yeah, man.
They all, dude. A bunch of them.
Steve Austin when he had hair.
I'm pretty sure the Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah.
They all did, man.
The great Kabuki.
That was all my first wrestling. Like that led me to WWF.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we all started because it was on, like you said, it was on like every Saturday morning here, man. Mm-hmm. And they did. I think every Wednesday, if I'm correct, I think it was every Wednesday night there was wrestling at the Evansville Coliseum.
Right? Yeah.
The old building down there, and then that's where. Remember last week I brought up shoot fighting when we were talking, like that same building and that's probably the same ring. That's where they did the shoot fighting fights. Was down there at the Coliseum.
Yeah. Yeah, those were the good old days.
Those were the good old days.
That sounded like an old man.
We are, man.
Just like this episode, we are all 50.
Right?
You're 50. I'm 50. He's 50. The DeTalented Podcast
He's 51.
is 50. Oh, have you turned 51 already?
Yeah, I'll be 52 this year.
Okay.
Not before Sarah.
That's right.
Well,
that's right.
We're getting ready to be 51. So
we are going to be 51 real soon.
Yeah, don't take long.
But next week we will have our 51st episode.
We will.
So then there you go.
And then 1 week after that, we will have our 52.
1 year.
1 year old. The DeTalented Podcast will be I'm going to say it like a little kid. 1 year old.
1 year old. So, and we can talk about the reflection then, but is it everything you thought it'd be at a year?
I think it's probably more than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
I thought it would be what it would. I thought it would kind of be what it was from the beginning, kind of us and doing the kind of, like I said, when we talked about it before, when we did that little reflection, I don't know if it was a New Year's episode or whatever. I think it was the end of the year. Like I didn't know it would go where it's gone.
Yeah.
And it's not like we've, it's not like we're burning the internet down or anything, but I feel like it's grown a lot, and not only, but not just in numbers. It's grown. I feel like it's grown a lot. It's evolved a lot in the way that we do it. But I still feel like we kind of talk about, we still kind of just show up, and that's my favorite thing about it. People are like, people often will say, "What's your podcast about?" And I'm like, dude, we have no idea. Yeah. We don't know. We don't know till we get there. Like sometimes we'll have something like tonight. We talked about that Dogman for a little while, and we'll have like episodes with like where we had Holly Dunn on, and so we will have some target. But most of the episodes are show up and talk, man. And to be honest, like sometimes there are times when we even discuss it. We're like, I'm a little worried. I have nothing for tonight. And I always feel like those are my favorite episodes. Yeah. They're not necessarily the most viewed, but they're my favorite to do.
I will say this hour, give or take, always go. They always go by real fast for me. I've enjoyed it the whole time, and there are a few things that we hit along the way. Which, by the way, we had some excellent food over the weekend.
Oh man!
And we need to give.
We got to call him out.
We need to give Smokin Roux, right?
Smokin
a shout out,
Roux, bro. The gumbo, fire.
If you want some real deal food, you find out where Smokin Roux is going to be.
Boudin balls,
fire. Man, okay. Did he say what did we have that he said is not on the menu, or is he taking it off the menu? I wasn't
man.
sure,
He said
I don't think he should.
I don't think he should either, man. It was my favorite thing.
Stuffed
we had.
jalapenos.
It was stuff. It was Boudin stuffed jalapeno poppers
wrapped in bacon, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, those were good.
Dude.
You didn't have any of that food, did you?
I was late.
Man, I tell you what, that gumbo was right on. Did you have the brisket sandwich?
I did.
Ooh.
Had that when I got home.
I'm going to tell you this. That's some of the best brisket that I've ever had.
It was so that's what I took that home to Laura.
Yeah.
And he gifted me 2 of those.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
And I gave one to Laura, and I was like, is that enough for you? I was nice. I was like, do you want this other one? She's like, nah, I can only eat this one.
You tore into it.
Yes, ma'am, sister.
Dude, you don't have to tell me twice.
I tore that sucker up. Ate the rest of my gumbo because I had another cup of gumbo to take home. Do you know what I ate that day? Listen, man. Here's what I had.
I'm impressed with you.
I had gumbo, boudin balls, stuffed boudin stuffed jalapeno poppers, a shrimp po' boy, a brisket sandwich, and another gumbo. That's what I ate that night.
I'm impressed.
That's how good. But I love Cajun food.
Yeah,
dude. And dude,
I'm telling you,
he's
man,
legit, man.
The best around.
I say we make Smokin Roux the official food truck.
Ooh, I like it.
Of the DeTalented Podcast.
I like that. Smokin Roux.
Smokin Roux. You hear that, buddy? If you watch this episode, I'm going to make sure you see this part.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not, Smokin Roux is the official food truck of the DeTalented Podcast, man. It was just, it was no, really, honestly, man. He didn't ask us to say anything, dude. I literally said, dude, I'm gonna call your food out on the show. It was we went out specifically to eat some Mardi Gras food, and it was such a disappointment. Yeah, and then just by chance that food truck was there Sunday, and we, dude,
totally got redeemed by that one. Yeah,
it was.
So,
you know what I had that day?
Just what?
A ham sandwich.
Oh,
and then Taco Bell after Myriad.
Yeah,
Sam come home with Taco Bell.
Yeah,
yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't hate on Taco Bell.
I don't either.
I love Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Of course, that was only 8:30 at night.
Yeah, I know.
That was late for us.
Oh yeah, I know. I love Taco Bell, but I was a little disappointed tonight. Like right before we started recording, Laura sent me a message and said she made like Frito pie, which is like walking tacos. Yeah. I was like, I asked for that. Why would you make that when I'm not home?
Well,
like,
you're gonna have it when you get home, though.
Yeah, but it's gonna be. What am I gonna microwave it? It'd be all soggy and nasty.
No, I'm sorry.
That's junk, man.
I'm sorry.
Are the chips already in it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't do that.
I know.
Sorry.
And I'm the one that wanted it. And I'm gone literally one night a week. I'm not there.
And your kids are reaping the reward.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Sorry, man.
I'm going to just lose my mind.
Okay.
Now I'm probably going to be mean when I go home.
Just go home and dump it in Sammy's room.
Yeah, no.
Just don't get all dog man.
I won't get all dog, man. What am I going to do? What's that even mean?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know. I've never went dog man.
Well, you're going to tonight if I didn't say that.
No, I wasn't.
You are not taking the youngest up into a tree.
I saw.
No,
I
am
saw.
not taking my youngest
I
up
saw
into
your
a tree.
eyes. They were starting to glow green.
Were they?
Yeah.
Maybe I was.
Yeah.
Dude, I will get hangry. I will get hangrified.
Yeah.
You ever get hangry?
All the time.
We don't get as hangry as women, though. Women get hangry, man.
Yeah.
Dude,
I don't get hangry because I eat a lot all the time. So it's hard to get hangry when you always have food in your mouth.
I don't eat a lot normally, but like the last few months, like I've been hungry, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I gotta chill out. Like I'm eating, man. I don't know what. I don't know what's going on. My appetite's crazy. I'm hungry right now.
Are you?
Yeah.
I am too. I haven't ate yet though.
I did though, man. That's the thing. But when I came here, I got to the studio about 2:30. I wanted to come and get ready, and I had some stuff to do, other stuff I needed to get done. And on my way here, man, I got a 20-piece nugget, a basket of fries, and 2 double cheeseburgers plain.
Oh my.
Ate every bite.
Man, look at you.
I know.
I'm proud of you.
Where'd you go?
McDonald's.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was awful. Let me tell you what. Dude, McDonald's in Newburgh is terrible. My chicken nuggets, 20-piece. That's some money. We spend our hard-earned money at these places.
Yeah.
They were literally so cold. They were hard to where I couldn't eat. There were like 5 of them I couldn't even eat. They were like rocks. I was like, and I'm like, what do I do? I was like, I'm going to call them. But what am I going to do if I call them? I'm going to lose my temper, say things I'm not supposed to say, be mean. I was like, it's not even going to do any good. But I want to call the manager or the owner or whoever and be like, you know what, man, it's a shame because people are spending their hard-earned money there. And then you get your food away from the place because you go through the drive-thru. If you do that, you don't know it's crap till you get it to where you're going. And it ain't like I have a microwave or anything here to warm it up. I took that out of here. That's a printer now.
Yeah, I was looking. I was like, wasn't there a microwave?
It almost
over
looks the same, don't it?
It does.
Well, I don't have one here now, but even still, you can't salvage rock hard McDonald's chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
The fries were like freaking styrofoam. Like they had already passed the good. It's like, man. What? Why is it?
Bullet and go to Boonville.
Yeah, it's like, why are you okay with giving people? Why are you okay with doing this to people? McDonald's, Newburgh, Indiana. You need to do better.
It's the workers who don't care.
But there's a manager that should care.
Oh yeah, for sure.
No,
I'm with you.
I mean, I can go to Chick-fil-A, and here's the other thing. I waited in that drive-thru. I pre-ordered on my phone. Still waited in the drive-thru for 20 minutes for my food. Wait 20 minutes for your food, and then it's crap. I can go to Chick-fil-A, be in and out in 5 minutes. My food is made fresh for me, hot, perfect every time.
Yeah.
If Chick-fil-A can do that, why can't McDonald's?
It's a good question.
I'm getting a little angry over McDonald's.
I'm feeling that.
Dude.
That's why I don't go there. Period. I'm so over it.
But like McDonald's at all, or just that one?
I just don't like McDonald's at all anymore. But if I did eat one, it'd be Boonville. That's the only one I'll go to. There's one in Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
That Boonville one got closed not too long ago for being dirty. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So now it's really clean.
They got to get it right now.
But so I think the best one now. It's always hot. It's always fresh. It's always really good. And I get it when I pick my little granddaughter up from school because she goes to school out there. It's the one on North Green River Road by. Like North and Lynch, like Green River Road and Lynch, right there by day school.
Yep.
Dude, that one's good. That's where I'll go from now on. I'll drive out of my way to go there because I guarantee you every time I go there, I'm going to get
It's always good.
fresh food.
Well, if you find yourself in Gatlinburg, the McDonald's there is run by all retirees.
Okay.
They care about
taking
And
pride
it
in their work.
is amazing.
Yeah.
because they put their name on it, man.
Yeah.
That's right.
I don't know.
So
Well-
McDonald's, hook up your people in Gatlinburg.
No doubt.
I like it.
Well, it's episode 50, and we're talking about McDonald's.
Yeah.
I think we probably reached the end of the runway. It's been fun. It's been real, like always. Once again, haven't mentioned it once. I'm going to mention it real quick. If you would, don't forget to click that subscribe button, comment on the video, like the video, hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any DeTalented Podcast episodes. These are conversations that you never knew you needed. Man, we appreciate it. We enjoy getting to speak a little bit to you every single week. And as always, I'm going to send it over to Jimmy to say bye.
Well, bye. Well,
plethora.
That's a wrap on 50.
Wrap on 50.